All right. Let's start in child's pose. So this is Get Flexy 2. I was at the gym yesterday, just getting everything ready to get back up and running. So good stuff coming. Let's take our hands, press them on the mat, and just drive our hips down and back. Nice long length through the spine. Let the head melt down. Shoulders relaxed and down. It feels appropriate just to kind of sway back and forth with your chest. Create some movement there. And let's just take a deep breath here. Inhale through our nose. Gently exhale out through our nose with our mouth just closed. And try to bring presence into your breath, meaning we've all got lots of stuff going on in our lives. Let's try to just keep it off our yoga mat for the next hour so we can just really focus on what we need to be able to be ambassadors of light and joy and peace wherever we go today. Now take one more breath here. And let's tip our toes under and drive our hips skyward for downward facing dog. Let your head melt down to the floor and let your eyes look back behind you. And go ahead and bicycle your heels. And then find balance between both the heels and then soften the knees and straighten them. Just bend and straighten. 2 more times. Just bring some energy into the back of the body. And then take your gaze to the top of the mat and slowly walk your feet up to meet your hands. Forward fold. On this inhale, find your ragdoll pose and just let your head melt down. Maybe sway back and forth. And then release the bind on your hand and find a halfway lift. First one of the day. Shoulders are down and back. Nice long length from the top of the head down to the tailbone. Exhale, fold. Deep breath, inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Relax the shoulders down and back and close your eyes. Draw your attention to the soles of your feet and just take a nice, easy scan from the floor up to your core, up to your heart, and then your mind. What do you need to release now that is conflicting or chattering with your mind? As you inhale here, exhale out through the mouth and imagine you're just letting it go. Take a deep breath, inhale, reach your arms up, lift your heart to the sky. On the exhale, find your first chair pose for the day. Sweep your arms forward and hold here in chair. Take a deep breath, inhale, rise back up. Heart lifts to the sky. Exhale, chair. Nice deep breath, inhale. Exhale, chair. Deep breath, inhale, just getting some heat built into the body. Exhale, chair. 4 more times. We're exhaling down, maybe each time getting lower. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. 1 more time. Now this time, take a nice deep breath, inhale, rise those arms up. Exhale, forward fold. On the inhale, find a halfway lift, shoulders down and back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, chair. Hands to heart center this time. On the inhale, rise up onto the balls of your feet. Woo! Let the heels come down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. So we're going to flow through that 3 more times. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, chair. Inhale, onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, heels touch down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, chair. Good. On this inhale, we'll come up onto the balls of our feet, just a little balance, drawing energy into the thighs. Heels touch down. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Half lift. Fold. Inhale, rise up last time. And then we'll get into our sun salutations, chair pose. Let's roll onto the balls of those feet. Heels touch down. Rise up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. Hands reach to the mat. Let's step back, high plank. First one of the day. Gently bring the elbows in towards the midline of the body. Shoulders squeeze in towards the spine. Push your energy through your heels, and on the exhale, low push-up. On the inhale, upward facing dog. On the exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot goes to the sky. We're going to step forward, crescent lunge, right side. On the inhale, rise those arms up. Exhale, bring the hands down to frame the foot. Step back, high plank. Exhale, low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side crescent lunge. So we're going to step forward with that left foot, rise our arms up, and take one more breath, and then cartwheel the hands down to frame that front foot, step back, high plank. Exhale, low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog, lift with the heart, open up your throat. Exhale, down dog. Now lift your gaze up to the top of your mat. Slowly melt your feet up to meet your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Bring your hands to heart center and twist to the right. Exhale, fold to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Hands come to heart center, and as we exhale, we twist to the left. No need to anchor yet if you're not ready. Just add that little twist. Exhale, fold to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Hands reach to the floor, step back. Chaturanga. Nice. Tip those toes under and drive those hips skyward. So let's go through that sun salutation 3 more times. Right side crescent lunge. Kind of nice to mix it up. Let's cartwheel those hands down. Step back, high plank, low push-up. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot goes to the sky. We'll step forward, left side, crescent lunge. Fantastic. Let's come down towards the mat. Step back, high plank, low plank, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now let's look to the top of our mat. Walk our feet or pop our feet forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. And then exhale, chair pose with prayer twist right. So maybe this time you feel warm enough to anchor that right elbow or that left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Go ahead and fold to the floor, half lift. Nice long length through your spine and fold to the floor. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, chair and twist left. And then go ahead and fold to the floor, halfway lift. Melt down. Take your feet to the back of your mat, high plank, low push-up, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice slow start to our practice this morning. Right side crescent lunge. 2 breaths here. Maybe you're able to get down a little deeper with this third crescent lunge. And then bring those hands down to frame the foot on your exhale. Step back, high plank. Chaturanga. Open everything up, strong from the core, out to the limbs. Exhale, down dog. Left side crescent lunge. Toes, hips, knees, everything going in the same direction. And then bring the hands down to frame the foot. Step back, high plank. Lower to the floor, lift with your heart, and then tip your toes under for downward facing dog. Maybe lift the hips a little higher here, shimmy them back and forth. Let's take our gaze to the top of our mat and move our feet to meet our hands. Lots of halfway lifts today, strengthening the core. If you feel you can, maybe take your fingertips off the floor, your thighs, to work the core a little bit more. Fold to the floor. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, chair. And then we're going to twist to the right. Maybe express out for this chair pose twist. Take one more breath and fold to the floor. Find your halfway lift unsupported. Lots of work for the core here. Fold down. Inhale, rise. And then exhale, chair will twist left. And express out if you can. Go ahead and turn towards the floor. Half lift. And fold. High plank. Take a vinyasa, or maybe just hold your plank, whatever you need to do today, it's best for you. Last sun salutation, right side crescent lunge. And go ahead and bring those hands down to frame that front foot. Oops, step back. That was my oops, not yours. Low push up, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side crescent lunge. Are you able to get deeper at this point in practice? Open up that right hip and then bring your hands down, step back, high plank. Low push up, upward facing dog, exhale, downward facing dog. Let's move to the top of our mat. Half lift, unsupported. Maybe this time we take our palms up to the sky, airplane pose, and then fold to the floor. Inhale, rise to stand, and then exhale, prayer twist, right. You can keep your hands together here, open them up. Go ahead and turn to the floor, halfway lift, unsupported. And then fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, chair and twist to the left. 2 breaths. And then come on down to the floor. Deep breath, inhale, half lift. And then exhale, fold. Feet come to the back of the mat, high plank. Exhale, low push up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now I want you to take a nice deep breath, inhale, and find your high plank. Take your feet just a smidgen wider. And on your next inhale, we're gonna do a right side plank. So you're gonna turn your body onto the right side, turn the toes wide. Hold for 2 breaths. And then bring your hand back down. Reset your posture, and then on the next inhale, side plank left. Good. Bring that hand down, and then drive your hips back up to downward facing dog. Lift your right toe up to the sky and open up the right hip by bringing your right heel to the left glute. So you're opening up all that tissue on the right side of the body. On your exhale, pull that knee over to right knee to left elbow. Touch it there, and then drive that leg back up and open up, look outside the right armpit. On the exhale, bring the knee across midline and touch that left elbow. Open up, look out. One more time, bring that knee, reaches for the elbow, and then it opens back up to the sky. Step the foot through, right side, warrior 1. Messing you guys all up today. Exhale, warrior 2. Now, on this breath, as you exhale, find your side angle pose. And now cartwheel that left hand down to the inside of the right foot. Place both hands down, step back, wide plank, okay? On your inhale, turn right side plank. 2 breaths. Lift the hip. And then go ahead and bring the hand down, reset your posture, make sure your shoulder, elbows, wrists are stacked, and then switch to the left side. Think about stability through the midsection and lifting those hips up. Go ahead and bring that hand down and then drive your hips back up to a down dog. Now remember, we're going to lift the left foot off the floor and take the left heel to the right glute, opening up all that tissue on the left side of the body. Take a breath here and feel that. And then in your next exhale, draw the knee over to the right elbow. Inhale, bring it back up and open up. Look out the left armpit. And then go ahead and thread it underneath the torso to the opposite elbow. Lots of core today. Open up. This is the last time. Look out the armpit. Then thread it. And then go ahead and take that leg back up and step on through warrior one, left side. Exhale, warrior two. Go ahead and find your side angle. And then cartwheel the hand down and turn that back toe, step back, high plank. Spread your feet apart, right side plank. Cartwheel the hand down, reset and recenter. Find that stability through your core and then reach the right arm up for left side plank. Go ahead and bring that hand down and drive your hips back up to a down dog. Now, take the right foot up to the sky, circle the ankle a few times right and a few times left. And then look to the top of your mat and step the foot forward. So we're in crescent lunge. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring the left arm down and reach. Bring the right arm down and reach the left arm up and over. So it's a modified reverse warrior from crescent lunge. Opening up the whole left side of the body. Now cartwheel the hands down to frame the front foot and then twist right. Bring that hand down to frame the front foot, step back, high plank. Walk your feet very slowly in so those knees stack right underneath the hips. Hold for 3 breaths. And remember, you're pulling all that muscle from the sides of your body into your belly, belly to spine. Now drive the hips up to down dog. Take your left toe up to the sky, circle it a few times. And then look to the top of your mat, step that foot through for left side crescent lunge. Sweep your left arm down and reach that right arm up. So you're getting this whole lateral line of fascia in the front of the body. Just watch what happens when we ask the body to twist left. You're going to cartwheel those hands down, frame the inside of that left foot, and then on that exhale, twist. Go ahead and bring your hand down to frame the foot, step back, high plank. Walk the feet in so the knees are stacked. You're on all fours. The knees do not touch the ground. They're gently grazed up. 3 breaths. And then drive your hips up to down dog. So let's take the right toe back up. We're going to do one more standing flow, right side, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Now we're going to make our way to triangle pose. So we'll start to straighten that front leg, let the left hip go back, and then peel over for triangle pose right side. Remember, your left toes are on that wide part of the mat, the right toes are facing forward. Use the block if you need to. And go ahead and cartwheel that hand down, but let your hands frame that front foot. Turn your back toe and slide it in for pyramid pose. So it's a more narrow stance. I'm going to turn a little bit so you can see. Your feet do not have to be on a balance beam, but they can be on a railroad track. Just let your head melt down like you're going to kiss that front knee. Now begin to soften the right knee and take your hands out in front of the right foot and lift the left toe for balancing half moon. You can take that left arm out. This is external hip rotation on that left side. And then go ahead and bring that hand down, turn the hips, step back, high plank. Lift your right toe off the floor and push the heel away. Take 2 breaths on this single leg plank with hip extension. One more breath. And then switch sides. Left heel pushes away, so you're creating extension through that left hip. Take another breath here, and then draw that foot up to the sky and slide it on through for left side warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Now begin to straighten that left leg. That right hip is a little jazzy, wants to go to disco. And then you peel over for triangle pose, left side. Now slowly bring that right hand down to the inside of the left foot, turn the right toes, slide them in for pyramid pose. Let everything just decompress over that left leg. Again, if you need a block to bring the floor closer to your hands, go ahead. You should be getting a fantastic release in the posterior part of that left leg, right calf, even down into the heel. Head melts down. Now go ahead and soften that knee. Bring your hands out in front of the left foot, lift the right, and externally rotate your right hip away from midline and take your right arm up. If this is too intense, just keep both hands down on the floor. Good, and then bring that hand down. turn the hips, step back, high plank. Now, we're gonna do some abduction. You're gonna lift your right toe, and if you can see here, instead of taking it back, you're gonna take it out to the side. 2 breaths. It's not touching the floor, right? Push the heel away. Bring it back, switch sides. 2 breaths. And then bring your feet together and drive your hips up to the sky. Let's allow the forearms to melt down to the floor for dolphin pose. So a couple options here. You can set the knees down just to get yourself lined up a little bit better. Shoulders above the elbows, palms can face each other. Drive the hips up, or I like to cup my hands. Just make sure the head is not on the floor. This is a shoulder stabilizer and strengthener. Maybe walk your feet in, taking the bottom part of your shoulder blades and reaching towards the back pockets of your pants. One more breath. And then slowly lower your knees down. Take your toes, tip them under, downward facing dog. Look to the top of your mat, walk your feet up to meet your hands. Take your fingertips and gently interlock them behind the small of your back and find a chest expansion. And then go ahead and release that and take a deep breath, inhale, and rise up slowly to stand. Hands come to heart center and exhale. So we're gonna do some balance work now. You guys feeling okay? Thumbs up. Perfect. Okay. So we're gonna go right to dancer pose. So what I want you to do is soften the left knee and take your right elbow into the side of your body and lift your right foot. Go ahead and catch the inside edge, or if it feels better for you, the outside edge. It's always kind of a personal choice here and where you want to anchor. I like going on the inside. Again, you don't want the knee to come out. You want it to stay right underneath the hip. Raise your left arm up. If you need a wall or a chair, go ahead. And try to stretch your arm as far away from your torso as possible and press that right foot into your right hand. And watch what happens to the activation in the quad, right? We're expressing out and getting tall and growing up, okay? One more breath. And then slowly come down, good. Nice deep breath, inhale. Hands come to heart center. And we'll switch and go to the other side. So it's a soft bend. We're always a little bit more stable if we've got a bent knee, soft knee. We're catching that left foot, opening up the shoulder and reaching the right arm away. Find your gaze, your drishti. It's easy to focus on something out in front of you as you make your way into the pose. Dancer pose. Two more breaths. And then slowly come out of it. Good, nice deep breath, inhale. And then exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Step back with your right toe. Pitch your body forward for warrior 3. Pushing the right heel away. If you can express outward, go ahead. It's all about the core here. Focus, gaze, and balance. Two more breaths. And literally fall to the floor and take your legs skyward for a standing split. Maybe you take your hands and wrap them around that left calf. And watch the activity in the foot trying to keep you balanced, right? Go ahead and bring your feet together. Slowly rise to stand. So we'll take that left toe back, chest stays lifted. Melt forward and find our warrior 3. And then go ahead and melt down for a standing split. Go ahead and bring your feet together. Let your hands come down in front of your feet and step back. Downward facing dog. Go ahead and soften the knees down to the mat and pause right there. So hands are stacked underneath the shoulders, knees are stacked right underneath the hips. Take a deep breath, inhale, reach your left arm out and push the right heel away. Spinal balance. As you exhale, bring the knee to the chest and round up your spine in a cat pose. Inhale, find length. Exhale, round up. Pull the elbow into the knee. Reach away. 6 more. Inhale, reach, lengthen away from the torso. Exhale, pull in. 3. 2. And 1. Good. Bring the hand and knee back. Take a few cat-cows here. Inhale, lift your heart. Tailbone goes to the sky. Exhale, round up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round up. Remember, when you're flowing through this, it's all about bringing energy to the spine. Shoulder blades sink into the thoracic spine. You lift your heart. Tail to the sky. Exhale, create space through that vertebrae. Last time, inhale. And exhale. All right, so we're going to transition now. The right arm's going to come forward, left leg back. Take a deep breath, inhale. Exhale, bring the elbow in to meet the knee, round your spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach. Inhale. Good. 2 more times. And then let the hand and knee come back down to the chest. Now, take a deep breath, inhale. Let your bum come back to your feet, but don't go to child's pose just quite yet. Just pause there. Do a few cat-cow flows from here. So it's going to feel a little different, more lumbar spine focus. So we're not here, we're back here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round up. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Awesome. Child's pose. Just stretch your arms away. And then just find yourself coming back up to a seated position facing forward for a little bit more core work. So we'll start with boat pose, reaching our fingertips away. Toes can be off the floor, on the floor, heels down, toes up. Depending on what your hips are speaking to today, will be where you find your best position. Got this new heater here, so it is working. Take one more breath. Let the soles of your feet come to the ground, hands by your bum. Inhale, lift up to tabletop. Big chest expansion, chest opener. You can take your eyes up, look forward. Just be mindful if you're going back to be mindful of your cervical vertebrae. Go ahead and let that bum come down. Bring the soles of your feet together, cap off your big toes for a wide boat or grab the outer edges of your feet. 5 breaths, chest stays lifted, mind stays open. Think about your core doing the work here to keep you up and focused. And then slowly bring your feet back together, but extend your legs out for an incline plank this time. So your wrist, elbows, and shoulders are stacked. You're gonna inhale and lift up. I'm gonna have to turn because my feet are sliding. Squeeze your glutes, lift up on your pelvic floor. Strong core, open heart. And then slowly, slowly lower your bum down. Soften your knees and bring your hands right underneath your hamstrings and come all the way down, legs to the sky. So scissor legs, you're gonna take your legs and just slowly cross them. If it helps, you can lift your head. It makes it a little bit harder. And just scissor your legs down and back. Strong work here through the obliques. You could always take your hands and support your neck gently. Your gaze is out at those toes. Wendy, I think we need to do some waterfalls. How about you? It's been a little while. Last time. And then pause. Soften the knees and take your hands and sweep them next to the thighs. Lift your head up and look through your thighs. Tuck the chin, and then vertebrae by vertebrae, start to roll up to boat. Now you can always take your hands and connect them underneath the thighs if you need to. Like this. Tuck the chin, slowly roll back down. Do not use momentum. Inhale, come back up. Again, you can keep those hands anchored. It'll make it a little easier. If you want more work, take the fingertips away, tuck the chin, roll down. Knees stay above the hips here. Inhale, come up, tuck the chin, look through the thighs, make your way up. It would be harder to lift the arms. Slowly, slowly, slowly come down. Four more times. Should be feeling all that love in the midsection. It gets a little difficult here at the end. 3 more. Slow and steady wins the race. 2 more. And 1 more. Now don't come down yet. Take your hands behind your thighs. Curl your belly button in and then inhale, roll up for 8. Make it harder, don't touch. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Roll all the way down, Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet together, one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. Now take your hands to the outside of your thighs and bring your feet together and walk your feet away as you lift up onto your forearms for fish pose. So the forearms are next to the body, fingertips right adjacent to the hips. On an inhale, lift your heart, lift your chest, and lift your gaze. And then slowly tuck the chin and come all the way down and bring your knees into your chest, knees to chest pose. Let the left leg go out to the floor and take the right leg up to the sky. Walk your hands down the ladder of the leg. Lift your head. Circle your foot 4 times clockwise, 4 times counterclockwise. And then slowly let the head down. And on an exhale, drop that right leg over to the right side of the body. Push the heel away. Bring the leg back up. Take your hand across to reach for the upper part of the right thigh and spinal twist. If it gets to be too much on the back, just soften the knee a little bit. Slowly come back. Cross that ankle to right ankle, left knee for an upside down pigeon. If it helps, take your right elbow and just nudge that inside of the right thigh open a little. And then release your hands and drop your legs once again while they're still connected over to the left side of your body. It's just a deeper spinal twist. Slowly come back and then switch sides. Let your right leg come down, left leg up. Walk your hands down the ladder of that leg for a nice hamstring stretch here. Go ahead and circle that foot a few times. And then let the leg drop off to the left as the head rests down to open up all those lateral fibers in the left leg. Slowly bring that leg up, meet it with the right hand. It crosses midline and goes off to the side of the body. And our gaze goes to that left hand. On the way back, let's cross that ankle for an upside down pigeon. And then slowly let the right foot touch down and corkscrew. Just drop the knees while they're still connected over to the right side. And then slowly come back. Bring your knees to your chest. Give them a nice big hug. Let's go upside down frog pose. So take your hands to the inside edges of, or the outer edges of your feet. Soles of the feet up to the sky for frog pose. 5 breaths. Or happy baby. And then bring your hands to the outside of those knees and take your feet up for legs on the wall, palms to the sky. Now you can make your way up to shoulder stand if you're not already there. Perhaps plow pose. I'm running out of a little real estate here. Deaf man's pose. And then just slowly vertebrae by vertebrae, come back down to the mat. One more Supta Baddha Konasana. And then slowly walk your feet away from your torso for final relaxation. Palms to the sky. Making our best decisions. Sometimes when we need to make a decision, we can become overwhelmed or feel pressured into coming to a conclusion immediately. Often a decision isn't required right away, and the sense of urgency we feel is merely a limitation that we've placed upon ourselves. Once we've determined that we do have the time to make a wise choice for ourselves, we can release the pressure with a deep breath, like steam from a pressure cooker, and proceed to make the best use of our time. The best first step may be to gather all the facts we can find. Once we have all the logical information we need, we can allow ourselves to sit with it and soak it up. Like a good recipe, we can allow ourselves to marinate in the juices of intellectual understanding, while also adding our own spices made up of our feelings, our intuition, and any other considerations. We can test the recipe for readiness as we go in order to decide if more time or ingredients are needed. We may want to take time to visualize ourselves playing out the various scenarios to see which feels the best, remind ourselves of our goals, or merely sit silently in meditation, listening for guidance. Any of these techniques can add depth and flavor to the recipe of our decisions. We can allow ourselves to sit with our choices for whatever length of time is needed, whether it is a day, a week, or a month, or longer. Doing so gives our hearts, minds, and spirits the chance to align, allowing us to make a decision that is right for us. Other times we may need to let the wisdom of the universe unfold for us at its own rate, allowing our growth and realizations to sync up with the universe's secret and essential ingredients so that all of the flavors are ready at the same time. When we allow ourselves the time to sit and allow understanding to sink in, we can co-create the best decision possible for ourselves and everyone involved. Making good, healthy, sound, and wisdom-filled decisions takes patience, time, and focus. All of those things come so easily when we practice yoga. Get in tune with our breath and our body, and just feel that bliss that comes from the center of our body outward. Hoping that the stillness, the peace, and all the strength we did from the center of our body out to our limbs today was a blessing to you. Thank you for tuning in. Namaste. Let me shut this off.